before we get started, I need y'all to like the video. That's it, just like it. And then if you want to, turn on your post notifications so you can see every time I'm dropping something, you dig?
The best way to get a man to fall in love is to become emotionally detached, get him alone, get him to spend a lot of time with you, and make them fall for you, okay? But you never fall for them. Never. You pretend like you are, but you never fall for them. Because if you do, then they can kind of rule and manipulate over you because you're emotionally weak. But if you get them secluded, get them hooked, you know, away from some of their friends, you know, spending time with you a lot, and, you know, and then you let them back free, like, oh, you know, oh, don't worry about it. You know, they're going to be like, well, why? What are you doing? How come you're not so attached to me? They're going to wonder why you're not attached to them. You know, and they're going to be like, wow, you know, we spent 2 weeks together and, you know, you're not even like in love with me yet. Blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to keep trying harder and harder and harder until they like, well, I don't know, you know, I really love you. They're going to be like all in love with you because you're not in love with them. Okay. Now, I don't mean don't act like you are into them. I mean, make it hard. Like, oh, you know, don't use the excuse, oh, I was hurt in the past, because that's weak. It's like, you know what? I really like you. You're a good man. You know, give them all these compliments. And then just like, you know, I'm trying to see where this is going. You know, I'm just really trying to see where this is going. I'm not sure yet, you know. If you're the one that they have to impress and make fall in love, then they become emotionally attached to you.
Witchcraft, dog. Oh, witchcraft. You can feel the evil energy coming off the screen. It's hard to watch. It disrupts my spirit.
Lady is going viral for actually admitting that she divorced the love of her life for one reason, because she wanted more money.
I've been divorced before. You know, my first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like, I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like, you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, so he was your soulmate? He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry, Tim.
Listen, her ex is probably in heaven somewhere giving her the side eye. See, this is the situation that make a lot of men feel like they damned if they do and they damned if they don't. Because in some cases, if you're unemployed and can't provide, you lose. But also, if you have a good job, work hard, make a decent living, and are able to provide for your family, for the wrong woman, it's just never enough. But this lady is an example of how statistics now show that the leading cause of why most American couples get divorced is because of finances. Now, there are plenty of good, faithful, and loving, beautiful women out there who would cherish and appreciate a hardworking man. But unfortunately, there are also many misguided young women who get wrapped up in the fantasies of a lavish lifestyle and will quickly leave their soulmate for a guy with some money. But like our elders used to say, the grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Is she a cautionary tale? Hopefully some young lady out there that is so hung up about that 20% that they man is not providing when he's doing 80% could look at this and say, dang, maybe I need to straighten up a little bit more and be a little bit more grateful for the man that I have.
Did he slay dragons for you? Did he spend years studying, getting a job, saving money, asking your parents for your hand in marriage, committing his name to you, buying you a house, saying that he is with you for better or for worse? That he's going to be there till the end of time? Why are you going to open your body up to illnesses and diseases and STDs and pregnancies and all of the things that come with that, literally altering your DNA and your psychological state? For who, babe? For who? Who is this guy? Are you even gonna see him again? Has he made you empty promises? What, did he buy you a drink? Right, like, is he willing to put you on your health insurance, on his health insurance?
I see what she's trying to say, but she lost me when she said slay dragons for you. Like, shorty, you're delusional. This is not a Disney Channel fairy tale. This is real life, okay? We don't have dragons, all right? So you need to get out of that frame of thinking because that doesn't exist.
The men on the flip side don't want a woman that's saying, I don't need you. Ooh, I make my own money, so what do I need you for?
But wait, can I ask you a question? What is the problem with I don't need you to function in my life, but I do desire you. I do love you. I do want you, but I do not need you to
Oh, SD, what's up, SD?
So
You talking that up on the humble, because that's and a lot of times I don't even fall in line with the traditional conversation, but like that's not how that badge gets worn.
Okay, how does
that
it get
badge
worn?
doesn't get worn as I don't need you, but I love you. It's I don't need you because you triggered something in me that validated what I thought about y'all all along.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The way she tried to articulate it is as if, hey, I don't need you, but I absolutely love you. It's like, no, at the end of the day, remember, I don't need you. So we don't have to do this right now. That's the type of energy that she's providing. That's why they single.
I just heard someone say it's easier to change your man than to change your man. Okay, hear me out. It's easier to just go and find a different man than to try to change the one that you're with that isn't the man that you need him to be, right? So you could switch men, but you can't change a man. You can't make him be what you want or need him to be. That's one thing I learned the hard way. I'm 27 years old. God, I wish I would have known that before.
Yeah, there's a thing though. There's an expiration on how many men you can change. Y'all better go watch a Kevin Samuels episode.
Women would rather leave their husband, then lose weight and get the revenge body, than stay with their husband and lose weight for him.
Because women are reactive. If they ain't nothing to react to, then they're gonna stay the same. A lot of people move like that, for real. It's sad, but it's true.
This is what women don't understand about men.
Here's what I find funny. When men say stuff that's not placed in the right tone, women get upset. It's your tone. It's your delivery. I know what you're saying to me is the truth, but your tone is just so rough. Talk to me nice, right? But when a woman doesn't understand the power of a soft tone, of a please, a little flirtatious, do you mind? Women don't understand that being overly aggressive will get you met with the same aggressive masculine energy. But men absolutely melt like butter when you put that soft, babe, I really would like it if you, can you do that for me? And it's our pride and ego sometimes, because I'ma show him, but you're not really showing anybody. You end up not getting what you want. What you want is for this man to either do what you're asking him to do, treat you a certain kind of way, buy you something, take you somewhere, whatever it is. But when you meet him with aggressive energy, he feels like he has to compete or combat against that. But when you hit him with that little, hey, please, we can, they go in every time.
Melt you like candy, for real. She ain't lying. She kept it 100, a bean. That's game right there.
Decentering men is not about not interacting with men. It's more about managing your expectations with men. It's about realizing that most of the men you interact with are not going to be that guy. And if he's giving unserious energy, just simply match the energy and get what you can get out of the situation and enjoy yourself. Separate yourself from the outcome of this man, because the outcome for you is irrelevant. The only way the outcome becomes relevant is if he makes it relevant. I'm going to give you an example. You can have consensual, safe relations with men and take them unseriously because that's how he's acting. But if this man behaves differently, then you can move him out of that unserious category and into a considerate category. That's what it means. Just manage your expectations around these men.
So you're basically going to give the man everything he wants with no relationship? That's how stupid that is. Dog shit. The only thing you're going to wind up doing trying to play the same game as a man is getting used and abused. And you're not built like that. You're not built to not get emotionally attached to somebody you're having sexual intercourse with like a man can. A man can hit a chick and not even know her name. For real. You're not built like that. So if you try and play that same game like men do, the only thing you're going to do is get yourself hurt.
Women do feel like we don't need a man because we don't.
What can a man do for me that I cannot do for myself? If I need money, I can go get a job. If I need companionship, I can just hit up one of my homegirls and she'll come through immediately and we'll have a wine night and chill. If I need something done or built around the house, I can literally just call one of my friends to come help me do it, or I can pay someone to do it with the money I make from my job. If I needed physical intimacy, I could go to any sex shop and buy a toy, or I could probably walk up to any single man on the street and they'd be down because they're easy. And if I wanted a child, but I don't, I could easily just pay for a sperm donor. Or again, find any random man on the street who's willing to not wear protection. I don't think we appreciate enough how pivotal financial independence was for the women's rights movement. Its contribution to the male loneliness epidemic, which, to be fair, they brought on themselves. Once women stopped having to depend on their husbands or their male family members for money, for housing, for food, for basic needs, it was uphill from there. When you are financially independent, you can do whatever you want. You can live however you want. You don't need male companionship, approval, or permission. Male companionship, nice to have? Sure, occasionally, but we don't need it. And it's hilarious that men do. They're not bothering to become emotionally intelligent or considerate, so they can't make male friends or female friends. They're too conservative or hateful to make non-binary friends or friends with the queer community. It's just hilarious that males' desperation for female companionship is being talked about in so many articles and research. They're literally miserable without us. Versus research that shows that single women with no kids are consistently happier and richer. Who's more likely to end up single and lonely with cats now?
The delusion is crazy. And what's crazy is that they read these articles that validates their projection of what they're going to on men. Men don't mind being alone. If you really think about it, right? And you could just base it off of degree choice. And this is something you can look up for yourself. Men typically go into degrees that involve things. Women typically go into degrees that involve people. And so that need for human connection is more prevalent in women than it is in men. I need y'all to like the video. That's it, just like it. And then if you want to, turn on your post notifications so you can see every time I'm dropping something, you dig?